Shareef Jackson, master of the puzzle maker. Well, temporary DM of season 3 of one of the best shows, Rivals of Waterdeep. And I mean, we're here at D&D Live, last day, unfortunately. Just, we're just shooting the shit, talking about whatever.
About puzzles.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about the puzzles of season 3. That the overall theme, the process behind that.
Sure. So the theme that I wanted for Rivals of Waterdeep season 3 was I really want to concentrate on the word rivals. So I wanted to create some tension within the group. So Shaka had some revelations that cause tension. I had Rin sort of serve 2 different groups, so he had to kind of decide what to do, and just the whole idea of do we trust what the Stone of Galore is saying? Do we follow Vajra, who appears to be good but kind of has some shady stuff about her? So I really wanted to make tension and not rivals, people hate each other, but I wanted it to be we're not just a merry band of people going around. So
find those trust issues that might be there.
Yeah. I feel like for me personally, that's more interesting narrative when you can see people's own motivations and how they don't overlap 100%. Like there's a Venn diagram of it, and I like to focus on the outer parts of that Venn diagram. The mutually exclusive parts. To my statistics heads out there. My probability heads.
Hashtag probability. So, I mean, there's, of course, the various connecting themes about the puzzles, but what's your favorite puzzle?
That we use in the game? Or
yeah, just favorite puzzle in the game.
I think my favorite puzzle in the game was actually in our game with our smallest amount of people. There was a game that was just me, Cicero, Brandon, and Tanya. It was the penultimate episode, so it was episode 29, and I essentially had this painting, sort of like a 3D kind of painting, and it had different objects in there that were different colors, and the party had to, take those things out of the painting in the correct order so that they could open up a door. And it's a similar order of colors that I had been kind of hinting at through the whole season. And my original plan was that they would reach in to this painting and grab things, but Cicero said, I'm going to run into the painting. So I had to make a last minute calculation and say, that actually sounds pretty cool. So it ended up with them actually physically traveling inside of this painting to grab different elements. And it came out great. I mean, that's what's awesome about D&D is it's really the DM does create part of the story, but really it's all of us creating it at once, because I would have never thought about that until Cicero was I'm running into it.
It's always a collaborative effort.
Yes, it definitely is.
I mean, I remember I asked you before season 3 started, your thoughts and all that, how were you feeling? I mean, now that you DM'd, you did it live at PAX East.
Yeah, that was nerve-wracking.
Are you ready to jump in for more long-term DM, or are you I'm gonna hold off a bit before?
DMing is addicting. It is very addicting. I absolutely can't wait to do it again. I'm looking at some local groups in the Milwaukee area, because I do some one-shots and stuff, but I do have a group of kids that are kind of friends of some of the kids that I tutor in my business that said that they'd be interested in playing and having someone take them through. So I might be DMing a bunch of kids.
Speaking of, do they watch Rivals?
You
know if they watch Rivals.
They probably do, even though I tell them that there's some, mature content in there. Not too much.
Yeah.
But
a lot of subtext.
But I wouldn't call it a family-friendly podcast. Let's just put it that way.
Especially now with parent there.
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, tell us about your weekend. What you've done over these past 3 days. Oh God.
I mean, honestly, this whole weekend has been me walking up to people, random people, and saying, "Hey, I'm Shareef," and just going from there. And sometimes it's somebody that knows me already from Rivals. So sometimes it's like somebody that I know but didn't recognize because I heard their voice or like they were cosplaying. So it's really been a lot of social interaction. I mean, it's really been the whole weekend. Also, I've used this as sort of a big, like a vacation. So I've been resting a lot. So I've been sleeping and like I've been not trying to like go super hard till late and wake up early. Like I'm also like, wow, this is like one of the few times where I've gotten 4 days to like not worry about the stresses of home life and work and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a lot of just like awesome social stuff. I've only played Rivals, so I haven't played any of the Epic games or any of the Adventures League games or anything like that, which is weird because my original thought was I'm going to come here and just do nothing but play D&D.
I kind of had in a way the same, I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll get some D&D in. And it's just been nothing like that. It's way more running around for me.
Yeah.
Season 4. Are you really diving the consequences of Shaka's actions?
Yes,
Season 3?
I have left Serena in a very interesting position.
You put Shaka there, and now Serena and, of course, you in tandem are like, where are we going to go with this? So,
dude, I don't know how much the party's going to trust Shaka, man. I really don't. I mean, Shaka has, really been compromised. I mean, unknowingly compromised, but still compromised. And he might have to earn some of that trust back, So it'll be. I'm really curious about Erica's character.
And if there's any follow up,
like if she's gonna be kind of like
I'd love to see it.
Sammy,
like some follow up in some form to continue in that story, and excited. But I'm really excited to see how Shaka deals, without a Patreon or a Patreon.
Yeah.
So
like they keep taking down my Patreon. I keep registering.
Really?
I keep registering with a new email. They keep taking.
And they're like, no, no money for you.
Yeah.
So it's just seeing how he's going to deal with that. I'm excited to see it. Of course, I'm always excited to watch Rivals.
Thanks.
It's such a great show. Y'all,
yeah.
The constant talk of who we are inspiring the show, and of course, people of color playing the game. I've talked, of course, with the whole cast, and it's just like that idea of it's not focusing just on being people of color, but that is a factor in terms of who's there. Yeah,
it's a factor in terms of the jokes we make, in terms of the kind of story bits that we choose to highlight or not highlight.
Yeah.
Because we're not trying to like relive trauma in the game, So, so I think intentionally, we're trying not to like have themes that are like, police brutality or things like that. And I was thinking about doing that in my game, but I thought about it. I was like, man, I'm facing this every day. I'm hearing about it in the news every day.
I mean, it's Shareef Jackson. Found at
on my probability heads, all you Venn Diagram gangsters. Find me at ShareefJackson.com, ShareefJackson.com. You can find a link to everything I do there, and if you want to follow me on any social media, it's Shareef Jackson, my full name. So Twitter, Facebook. If you want a LinkedIn, you want to throw me a LinkedIn request, Any patrons out there want to throw me a LinkedIn request? If you want to connect with me, maybe I can pledge you.